They tell you to be good. They tell you to be kind. They tell you to follow the rules, play fair, wait your turn. But let me ask you something. Has the world ever played fair with you? Has kindness ever saved you? Has patience ever put food on your table? No. They tell you to be good because it makes you easier to control. They tell you to wait because they don't want you to take what's yours. They tell you to be patient while they take everything for themselves. Good and evil. Please, those are just words, just chains to keep you in place. The strong do what they want, and the weak suffer what they must. That's the only rule. That's the only truth. And the ones who pretend otherwise, the ones who tell you that good always wins, that the righteous always triumph, liars, hypocrites, they don't believe in those fairy tales. They just want you to. They want you to believe so they can keep winning while you sit there, waiting for justice that will never come. You know what's funny? They tell you to be selfless, to think of others, to sacrifice. But look at them. Look at how they live. They don't sacrifice. They don't suffer. They take, they climb, they build their castles on the backs of the ones who believe in their lies. And you sit there being good, waiting, struggling, suffering while they laugh. But the moment you stop playing along, the moment you decide to take to rise to fight, they panic. They call you a villain. They call you cruel. They call you insane. Why? Because you stopped following their script. You stopped kneeling. You stopped being what they wanted you to be, and that scares them. Because they know deep down that they were never better than you. They were just better at lying. Pain is not your enemy. Suffering is not your curse. They are your teachers. They show you who you are. They show you what you're made of. Weak people break, strong people rise. And you are not weak. You never were. They just made you believe it. They want you to think anger is bad, that hunger is bad, that wanting more is wrong. But anger is power. Hunger is drive. The desire for more is what separates kings from peasants. The ones who rise are the ones who refuse to settle. The ones who refuse to wait. The ones who refuse to let the world decide their worth. They will say you've changed, that you're not the same person you used to be. Good, you weren't meant to stay the same. Growth is destruction. Evolution is war. If you don't destroy who you were, how will you ever become who you were meant to be? They whisper about you. They fear you. They hate you. Let them. Their fear is your weapon. Their doubt is your fuel. Let them talk while you build. Let them laugh while you rise. And when the time comes, when you take what is yours, when you stand where they swore you never would, let them choke on their own words. The world does not belong to those who wait. It belongs to those who take. It belongs to the ones who refuse to break. It belongs to the ones who do what the rest will not. It belongs to you. If you're willing to bleed for it. If you're willing to suffer for it. If you're willing to become the monster they always feared. Because in the end, there is no good. There is no evil. There is only power. And the ones too weak to take it will never deserve it. They told you to be patient, to trust the system, to believe that everything happens for a reason. But did that ever work? Did patience ever bring justice? Did trust ever stop the knives from stabbing you in the back? No. The only thing patience ever gave you was more time to suffer. The only thing trust ever gave you was another lesson in betrayal. And reason, there is no reason. There is only power. They love to tell you that good things come to those who wait. But look around. The ones at the top, did they wait? Did they sit in silence, hoping for a miracle? No. They took. They built. They clawed their way to the top, stepping over anyone who got in their way. And yet, they tell you to be different. They tell you to be kind. They tell you to wait while they take everything for themselves. Hypocrisy at its finest. They call you selfish when you fight for what you want. They call you cruel when you stop caring about their approval. They call you dangerous when you realize you don't need their permission. But the truth is, they only call you these things because they are afraid. Afraid of what happens when you stop being weak. Afraid of what happens when you stop being controlled. Afraid of what happens when you become everything they swore you never could. Pain, it's just a test, a question. How bad do you want it? How much are you willing to endure? Weak people crumble. They cry, they beg, they break. Strong people, they take the pain, they swallow it, they let it sharpen them. They don't run from suffering. They become it. And that's the difference between them and you. That's why they will always be beneath you. They want you to believe in fairness, in balance, in peace. But fairness is a lie told by the ones who already have power. Balance is a trick to keep you weak. Peace is just another word for submission. There is no fairness, there is no balance, there is no peace. There is only war. War for power, war for control, war for survival. And you either fight or you lose. You know what's funny? They act like they care, like they want what's best for you, like they want to see you succeed. But the moment you rise, the moment you surpass them, they turn against you. They smile in your face, but behind that smile, they hope you fail. They hope you fall. Because your success is a mirror, showing them everything they could have been, but never had the courage to become. You think they respect kindness. They don't. They see it as weakness. You think they respect humility. They laugh at it. The only thing this world respects is strength. The only thing it bows to is power. The only ones who win are the ones who refuse to lose. So let them call you cruel. Let them call you ruthless. Let them call you a monster. They don't understand that you had no choice, that the world made you this way, that their lies, their betrayals, their false promises forced you to become this. And now they are terrified of what they have created. You owe them nothing. Not your loyalty, not your kindness, not your forgiveness. They did not build you. They did not bleed for you. They did not suffer for you. You built yourself. You bled for yourself. You suffered alone. And now you will rise alone. The world belongs to those who are willing to do what it takes. To those who refuse to stay silent. To those who do not wait for permission. And you were never meant to kneel. You were never meant to obey. You were meant to take, to destroy, to rebuild, to rule. So stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop believing in fairy tales. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to make things right. The only way forward is through fire. The only way to win is to become unstoppable. The only way to survive is to stop being afraid. And once you do that, once you embrace what you are, once you stop caring about their opinions, their rules, their worthless little morality, you will realize something. You were never weak. You were just waiting for the right moment. And now it's time to take what's yours. They always said you were too much, too angry, too cold, too ruthless. But what they really meant was that you were too real. You refused to play their little game. You refused to be a pawn in their illusion of fairness. You saw the world for what it was, a battlefield. And that scared them. Because the moment you stopped pretending, the moment you stopped caring, the moment you became exactly what you were meant to be, they knew they couldn't control you anymore. They will tell you to calm down, to let it go, to be the bigger person. But why? So they can walk away without consequences. So they can sleep peacefully while you suffer in silence. No, let them feel it. Let them drown in the fire they started. They made you this way. Every betrayal, every lie, every broken promise, every scar they left on you, it all built this version of you. And now they have to deal with it. You spent years holding back, didn't you? Years waiting for them to see your worth. Years hoping for fairness, for justice, for someone to do the right thing. But no one did. No one ever does. And that's when you realize the truth. If you want something, you take it. If you want power, you seize it. If you want revenge, you make them beg for mercy that will never come. They will call you heartless. They will call you cruel. But they only call you these things because you finally stopped being what they wanted. Because you finally started thinking for yourself. Because you finally understand that kindness is only rewarded when it is backed by power. And you are done being powerless. The ones who pretend to be good, the ones who act righteous, the ones who say they fight for peace, they are the worst of all. They use their lies to hide their greed. They use their words to justify their cruelty. They want you to believe that they are different, that they are better. But they are just like the rest. And you see through them. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unstoppable. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are becoming the thing they whispered about, becoming the shadow they feared, becoming the storm they prayed would never come. And now they will understand. You don't play by their rules anymore. You don't wait your turn. You don't ask for permission. You don't care about their opinions, their approval, their empty promises. You walk through fire and do not burn. You take every scar and turn it into armor. You make every wound a reason to fight harder. And when they see you rise, when they realize they cannot stop you, when they beg for the mercy they never gave, you will smile. Because you finally understand, there is no good. There is no evil. There is only power, and the ones too weak to take it will never deserve it. They will ask what happened to you. They will whisper about how you changed. They will pretend they don't know, but deep down they do. They know exactly what happened. They made you. Every lie, every betrayal, every time they left you bleeding, they shaped you into this. They thought you would break. They thought you would kneel. But instead, you became something else, something stronger, something colder, something they can't control. They want you to believe in second chances, in forgiveness, in moving on. But tell me, did they ever give you a second chance? Did they ever hesitate before stabbing you in the back? Did they ever show you mercy when you were on your knees? No, they didn't. And now they expect you to be the better person. But why? Why should you carry the weight of forgiveness when they never carried the weight of guilt? Why should you let go when they never once stopped to look back? They fear you now, not because you are violent, not because you are cruel, but because you no longer care. You do not care about their approval. You do not care about their judgment. You do not care about their rules. You have freed yourself from their control, and that is the one thing they never wanted. They say power corrupts. They say strength turns people into monsters. But that's just another lie, isn't it? A lie told by the weak to keep the strong in chains. Power does not corrupt. Power reveals. It strips away the illusions. It shows the world exactly who you were meant to be. And you were never meant to be small. You were never meant to be silent. You were never meant to bow. They will try to stop you. They will try to make you feel guilty. They will try to remind you of who you used to be. But the past is dead. The person they knew is gone. You buried them long ago. And what rose from the ashes is something they cannot comprehend. Pain did not break you. It built you. Suffering did not weaken you. It forged you. Every scar is a story, every wound is a lesson, every loss is a weapon, and now you are ready. Ready to take, ready to destroy, ready to rule. So let them talk, let them cry, let them beg, because in the end, their words mean nothing. Their fear is the only truth left. And when they finally understand what you have become, when they realize they cannot stop you, when they see that you are no longer bound by their rules, you will give them one last gift, a smile, a reminder, a silent message that echoes louder than any scream. You are inevitable. You are unstoppable. You are exactly what they made you.